The PlayStation 4's most anticipated exclusive for the rest of the year in Spider-Man is completely finished. Insomniac Games confirmed the news today on Twitter. Monster Hunter World, one of 2018's best games so far, has sold incredibly well, and we've got an official number coming from Capcom. And then I want to round out the video by taking a look at a couple of good deals. One on a controller, and we don't see a lot of great controller deals, and controllers are quite expensive. So whenever I see it discounted a little bit, I do want to give a mention to it. You can get them in a wide array of different colors, and they're all seeing the same discount. And on top of that, I do have a great game deal on the PlayStation Store that is ending tomorrow, so if you want to take advantage of that, you have to do so ASAP. Again, more on those deals at the end of this video. First, let's talk about the PlayStation 4's most anticipated exclusive for the rest of the year, Spider-Man. Now, that doesn't really say much. I know we've gotten the major PlayStation 4 exclusives already. In God of War, we got Shadow of the Colossus earlier, so you might say, hey, Spider-Man's the only PS4 exclusive for the rest of the year. No, there are games like Tetris Effect as well. Don't forget about Tetris Effect, but I would say that Marvel's Spider-Man is a little bit higher than that. And it is a highly anticipated game coming from the guys over at Insomniac who also did Ratchet and Resistance, and now they have confirmed on Twitter that the game has gone gold. They put out this tweet a couple hours ago. Quote, "We are pleased to announce that Spider-Man PS4 has gone gold for its worldwide release on September 7th. Thanks to PlayStation and Marvel Games for their support in the creation of this original Spider-Man adventure." Now, if you don't know what gone gold is mean, essentially means that the base game is done and it is being sent out for packaging, marketing, and all that good stuff. That doesn't mean the team over at Insomniac just suddenly leaves the studio and they're back home. No, they are working on updates, and sometimes, a lot of the times actually, there are massive day one updates that they still have to work on. And of course, with Marvel's Spider-Man, there is going to be DLC content. We already know of a season pass, and there is going to be that content that they're still working on. That's post-game release, and the studio will stick around to work on that. But what it does essentially confirm is that September 7th date is going to stick. Unless something absolutely disastrous happens, like the manufacturing place gets lit on fire, that September 7th date is sticking, and we should be good to go. No more delays on that. We were actually expecting Spider-Man earlier in the year. Originally, Sean Layden did say we would see the game in the first half of 2018. It was pushed back just a little bit, but now it looks assured that September 7th we will get our hands on Insomniac Spider-Man, and it looks fantastic. We cannot wait for that. Moving on from that, Spider-Man is an upcoming game. What about one of the best games released this year already, Monster Hunter World? Monster Hunter was always a relatively niche franchise. Yes, it saw many releases on Nintendo platforms, on the 3DS, on the Nintendo Wii. It got a couple of releases on the PSP as well, but it never had tremendous commercial success. Well, that completely changed with Monster Hunter World, as this game has sold exceptionally well. Capcom shared numbers of the game with their fiscal report for Q1 2018. Quote, "This quarter, Monster Hunter World maintained its popularity, backed by an expanding base of fans, and achieved cumulative sales of 8.3 million units total, also in digital contents business, which has contributed to growth steadily in recent years. In this business, the phenomenal success of Monster Hunter World from the previous fiscal year continued, with the title gaining further popularity through the expansion of its user base. In scoring a worldwide smash hit, the series solidified its position as an international brand and strengthened our base of IP." This is amazing to see. I did notice that there was a high level of anticipation going into the release of Monster Hunter World, but did I in my wildest imagination think that the game would surpass 8 million units sold? Absolutely not. 8 million in a relatively short period of time. Again, it's only been 6 months since its release. We still have the holiday season to get through. We still have a PC release coming. Those are some incredible numbers for Monster Hunter, and now you're gonna see Capcom really get behind this series, especially here in the West. Expect more Monster Hunter games to come over here, and this is gonna help the series as a whole, because we have Monster Hunter Generations Ultimate coming to the Switch later next month. And yes, while Monster Hunter World and Monster Hunter Generations are on different platforms, because there's that positive reception, that worldwide reception for Monster Hunter World, that's gonna directly positively impact the reception for Monster Hunter Generations Ultimate as well. This is a series that has always had a fan base, but now it's gaining some legitimate mainstream traction over here in the West, and that is great. To surpass 8 million units in 6 months, very few games reach that level of success. And lastly, I do want to take a look at a couple of great deals for you guys. First up, DualShock 4 wireless controllers are discounted over at Newegg. You have to use a promo code that we'll leave in the description box down below. It'll take them off 30% from their insane $59.99 retail price point. I just think that is so expensive for a controller. Back in the PS2 days, I think we were paying $29.99 for a controller, maybe even cheaper than that. I get it, these controllers are more advanced now. They're all wireless, but still, that is quite expensive. But with this 30% off discount code, you will get it for $42, which is a little bit more of a palatable price point. And this is usable on all of the different colors that they have available. They've got red, wave blue, gold, silver, green camouflage, jet black, which is the traditional color, steel black, and midnight blue. Personally, I think the red controller looks great. The midnight blue looks really good. The silver controller looks solid. Color at the end of the day is going to be very subjective, but all of those 30% off will leave the discount code as well as a link to that in the description box below. And lastly, over at the PlayStation Store, this is a deal that's going a little under the radar. Odin Sphere Left Tracer is 60% off, down to $23.99. Now, this is a Vanillaware game. Odin Sphere was released back on the PlayStation 2, and this game is rarely discounted. It has really held up in value, so that's why I'm mentioning it. Yes, this remaster is 2 years old. It was released at $59.99. A PS2 remaster released at a full $59.99. That's crazy. But gamers were paying that price, and it's still held up in value really hard. So now that it's available for $23.99, if you've been interested in this game, I would hop on this ASAP, because again, it doesn't get discounted all too often. The game itself is great. If you've played other Vanillaware games like Dragon's Crown or Muramasa the Demon Blade, it's very similar to that. Great art style, pretty good story, not hugely content filled, but a very enjoyable game nonetheless. This deal will last until tomorrow morning, so take advantage of it as soon as possible. And that's gonna conclude this video. Let us know your thoughts. Spider-Man on the PlayStation 4 is now officially complete. The game is done. It is being printed onto disc as we speak. That is great to hear. A long time coming for that game, so it's great to see that we are going to officially be able to play it in just over a month. Monster Hunter World has sold over 8.3 million copies worldwide. That is an incredible number. Very happy for the Monster Hunter team and for Capcom. They deserve that success. DualShock 4 controllers are discounted over at Newegg with the use of a promo code. The link to that will be in the description box, as well as the promo code. And Odin Sphere Left Tracer available on the PlayStation Store for $23.99 until tomorrow morning. Take advantage of that great game. Hardly gets put on sale, so that's a great price. That's gonna wrap up this one. Sound off with all of your thoughts in the comment section down below. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.